Hello and welcome back to Della. In today's video we're going to be hemming a pair of trousers. In my case I'm going to be hemming a pair of flared jeans that I have. This is the pair and they are just too long. As you can see, they automatically like crumple up at the sides, and that's because when I walk they're far too long and they're just pushing against the ground. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I'm going to hem them, and you can do this with any pair of trousers, any kind of skirt, anything. Same method applies. So let's get started. So I've put them on to demonstrate to you all, but they are just slightly too long at the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them up to where I would like them to sit. And I think this is a slightly better position, because it means if the trousers wriggle down slightly, they're still not going to be touching the floor. And the same with this one. I'm just going to turn it up to where I feel it's comfortable, and then I'm going to pin this into place. So I'm going to take my pins and just add a couple on all sides, just so I know where I want to hem it to. This is what they look like when I've taken them off and I've laid them on the table. And now what we're going to do is we're going to measure how much this is. So take your measuring tape and just measure how much this is. So this is roughly, it's 2.5 centimeters. And I'm just going to check the other one as well to see if they are similar. Yes, they are very similar, 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unpick the original seam here, and then we can pin it up to a new position, which is going to be 2.5 centimeters higher for me than the original one. So my hem has become very faded because it's been trailing on the ground for so long. But if yours hasn't, before we do anything else, just mark the bottom of your jean where it currently is, or your trouser, whatever you are hemming. And then what we'll do is we'll start to unpick this hem that already exists once we've marked the edge of it. If you take your unpicker, we can start unpicking the hem. And we're going to go all the way around, all the way on both legs. You just lift it up, it will rip the thread very easily. So I've just finished unpicking the trouser, and this is what it looks like. This is the original line I was talking to you about, this light grey one. This is where the trouser was hitting the floor before, so this is where we're going to raise our point from. But first I'm going to use the iron to press this all flat so it's easy to work with on both sides. So this is what it looks like now I've pressed it. As I said, this grey line is the original line that was touching the floor. And what we're going to do is, my measurement earlier was 2.5, so I'm just going to take my measuring tape and mark with some pins all along 2.5 from the bottom. And then we're going to cut this off. And don't forget to do this on the other side too. And then we're just going to cut right along where those pins are. And there we go. This is now our new raw edge. And we're going to make sure we do that on the other side too. So these are now our new raw edges. And first we're going to turn it up by 1 centimetre and we're going to press that. So I'm just going to take the measuring tape and measure 1 centimetre inwards. Okay, this is 1 centimetre, and I'm just going to pin that into place. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Again, don't forget to do this on both sides. So this is what it looks like now. I've pinned it all, and now I'm just going to give it a big press, and then we can go and turn it up even further. Okay, so I've just gone and pressed this in the iron, and now I'm going to take my measuring tape again, and I'm going to go to the underneath, and I'm going to measure 1.5 centimetres. And this is where we're going to turn it up to. We're going to turn it up just like so. And we're just going to measure and check that this is 1.5 centimetres. And if it is, we're just going to pin this into place. Okay, so I've just measured that this is 1.5. So I'm just going to take out this pin that was here. And we're going to re-pin it down at the 1.5 mark now. And again, we're going to do this around the whole of the trouser hem. There we go. And we're also going to do this on the other leg too. So all around here and on the other leg. Okay, so now I've pinned all the way around on both sides, and now we're ready to start sewing and doing our top stitch for the hem. So as usual, I've threaded my machine up. I'm using a really thick thread today because I do have denim that I'm working with. If you're not using denim, you can just use an ordinary thread. I actually changed my needle to a denim needle specifically, but as I said, for the thread, if you're just using an ordinary cotton or polyester trouser, you won't need to do this. But if you are using something thicker like leather or denim, I would recommend that you change your needle just so it doesn't snap. And what I'm going to do is, because we have hemmed it by 1.5 centimetres, I'm going to try and top stitch at 1.3 centimetres, so it's right next to the edge. So I'm just going to place that into the machine now. So there we go, I placed it into the machine. I'm just going to start with a back stitch. And then we're going to continue sewing all the way around. Don't forget to take the pins out as you go. This is what the hem looks like now I've done my top stitch. And now I'm going to do the other leg and trim off these threads at the front. So we've now finished hemming your trousers, and this is what they look like. This is up close at top stitch, and then inside you should be able to see your stitch line just underneath where we pinned it upwards here. And there are the finished jeans. I will show you them on now, and they should fit me perfectly. So this is the finished hem. It is much better length now, and I feel like I can walk and it's not treading at the back or anything. So they are finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning how to hem something that's too long for you, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.